a spirit. I am a spirit being. I live in this natural realm, and I've been given a body, an eternal being.
Can I ask, you know, when it all changed, when your life all changed, well, you know, when you said you're like a rebel and stuff.
I want my booty back.
When it changed, can I ask, are you allowed to tell me what you saw that day?
It was not so much what I saw, but what I experienced.
What did you experience?
It was like a cocoon of like
Where were you exactly?
I'd gone to
Walking
visit my
home.
mother. I'd gone to visit my mother,
Yeah.
and I was walking back from my mother's. I had to go down this hill towards where I lived,
Yeah.
and suddenly I'm walking down, and I just became aware of like a presence, if you like, which I now
Like
know.
a light.
Just a presence, just like a warmth, like a heat, like electricity. But it was very different. It was divine. And I'm coming down the road from my mother's, and I start feeling this, and I just stopped, and it sort of wrapped itself around me, and like I'm in this like, all I can say, like a cocoon.
And you just stood still.
And I just stood there, and it's like a cocoon. I was
Like,
like, I'm
like
the
an
only
aura.
one there.
Like an aura sort of thing.
Yeah, but. At that moment, I knew God was real.
Johnny, you just continuous.
Pardon?
You just stick that there next to you, and I'll come and sit there.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, I knew that God was real. I knew I was a sinner, and I knew if I died that day, I wasn't ready to meet with God. So at that point, that's all I knew. But
Did you?
yeah, oh yeah,
Did you hear anything?
No, it was just like a strong, like a knowing, like an impression. You know, like sometimes you just know something. People have like a premonition.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it was very, very, very real. The strongest thing that ever happened to me.
Can you explain deja vu? That is something that I do believe in because I've had it many times. Is that anything to do with anything?
I think somehow what's happened is because we're spirit beings, we've contacted stuff that's going to happen in the future, and then somehow when it sort of happens, we're getting like, man, I've been here. But what's happened is because you're a spirit being, without even realizing it, you've contacted things that are going to go on in the future, and then when you're in it, you're like, man, this is strange, because although we live in this natural physical realm, we've got that physical body, that's not who we are. We are spirit beings, you know, and that has been like the greatest revelation for me over the last couple of years, is realizing that I am a spirit being.
Wow.
You know?
Continuous and long breath. Sharp ones, it gives it chance to go on.
Gotta be quite practice.
I love that. I love that stuff. You can talk to me about it.
Sometimes I get a bit fed up with even saying like, I'm a Christian, although like
Who
people
says that?
what's that?
Who says you're Christian?
Well, you know, people say like, I am, you know, at the end of the day, primarily, like what's, you know,
You don't.
you look through church history, people would say,
a certain religion.
people
do you?
say I'm a Christian. I consider myself more to be a son of God. I am a Christian, of course I'm a Christian, born again Christian. But I consider myself to be a son of God, you know? Because people's mindsets of what a Christian is and what Christianity is totally shot. And that's what I'm saying, coming in here, I didn't want to come in here and pump anything out, but I wanted people to see a side of Christianity which I believe, you know, that will break those mindsets within people. Like, I'm Dave, dude. I'm God. That was it.
When you say you get high, right?
Put it at 1:30.
How? Like what times? Like how do you? Is it to just switch on and off like a light switch?
Yeah, some days I just like I had a time once where for a month I would wake up in the morning, I'd go and make a cup of tea, and I'd put the kettle on, and suddenly I would start just getting overwhelmed with God's love and joy, and I would just be there like that in the kitchen, like, my goodness, Lord, you hear it. His presence would come on me so real. And I would just go and lie down, and for a whole month, that's how it was. I would go to bed, I'd be just so filled with His love, so full of that drunken love, His wine. And then I'd wake up in the morning, I'd still feel His presence. I would go then to make a cup of tea, and I would start getting filled over again. The longest that I've been under that in over a sustained time was 3 months. When once for 3 months, every day, I was fully intoxicated with His presence.
What does your wife? Do you talk to your wife about this all the time? Obviously.
Oh yeah, she understands it perfectly. I mean, she doesn't get affected in the same way. She does get really, really touched by God, but like obviously, you know, she's there looking after the kids, doing all the stuff she does. and like my part of our ministry together, if you like, is the way that God touches me and impacts me, and then how that works. Then you know, like if she didn't do what she did, I couldn't do what I do. So it sort of frees me up to be who I am as well.
Have you ever physically seen or heard anything at all? Anything?
Oh yeah, all the time.
What?
Every day.
What?
Every day I sort of encounter God.
What?
Well, this is the thing, and this is what.
But I always genuinely thought, I knew this was going to be hard, but I always genuinely thought that... Like,
You have to support if you needed it.
Yeah. Told me that. So many people. I wasn't supposed to tell people about it, but I didn't.
Like this?
Mm.
Yeah, I did. I'm glad the red lights aren't on those flags anymore. That looked horrendous.
Sinister.
Yeah, it did look quite sinister.
Sinister of Ravens.
You like that, don't you, kid?
Love it.
Good name for a band. The Sinister of Ravens.
I am starting a new band when I get out of here. Sinister of Ravens. That's quite a good name for an all-girl punk band.
Yeah, because Ravens are sort of like girly name, innit, as well, because you can call a girl Raven, can't you?
I might, because I quite like long band names, I might call it Murder of Crows / Sinister of Ravens.
I'd feel the angels come in the room. And what I did was, I took photos before they came in, took loads of photos, nothing on any of the photos, on none of the digital photos, anything. Then I prayed for like an hour or two, and suddenly the presence of God started to come in, and then I felt the angels coming into the room, and then I took
Oh, you're here. Are you all right, Jovan?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the rule book?
In the garden.
No one's in there.
I'm so... Yeah. I know, it's kind of
So
disheartening.
I'm so angry.
Yeah.
Really am.
You sort your son out a bit, pal, and then we'll have a bit of a chat.
Yeah,
And I'll
okay,
give you
cool.
my... Hurt me, not my boy!
one or two breaths just to get yourself into the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
Further down this stretch
I'm
of
getting
road,
all right
and
now
a journey
at
that should took us 30
1:20.
minutes took us 13 minutes. Now, like I can say that people think I'm a total nutcase, but Witches Warlocks would tell you that they